Hello. I'm going to try to clarify some of these identifications of thermoquads. But before I start, I like to say this is the grandpappy to them all, the WCFB 4-barrel, 1954. And then it went to the AFB, which is very similar to this, but it doesn't have the secondary air door. And then from there graduated into the aftermarket thermoquads. This particular thermoquad is the 1000 CFM, as you can tell by the single venturi. The 850 had the double venturi. Other characteristic is the flat spot on top of the bowl. That morphed over into the 49 series, which was used on a 1 year only 340s, noted by the angled screws on the front and this big air inlet. From there, it went into your regular production thermoquads with the straight idle jets. As it moved up through the 9 series, or 6 series and 9 series, there's an exception. This is the Ford version with the electric choke on the side and an extra choke pull off on the back. Again, straight screws on the front. And up into this juncture, pretty well all carbs had the port on the driver's side for your distributor vacuum advance. If the top looks like this, with the nipple sticking out the front, with the idle compensator in the back, that's an international version for the 345 392 engine. And moving right along, there is always exceptions. In the 6 and 9 series, you will see that if there's no nipple on the side, that's a truck. EGR nipple on the front does not hurt performance. You just put a cap on it. From there, they went to electronic spark advance, which did not have the distributor advance. Some carburetors were regular front. Some went to the flat front. From the flat front, they went to lean burns, which again could come in a side input. This particular one is in a California emissions with an altitude compensator on the front, idle enrichment circuit. Again, does not hurt performance. These guys will just either lean out the air fuel mixture, and this in turn will also work with the warm-up. The other thing to note is if it has double rings or this flare on the tube, it's emissions calibrated. Also noted by the red plugs on the back. Okay. Now, when you get to late 70s, some had the electronic bowl vent on the back, single stack. Okay. And like this carburetor, the holes are not even drilled or tapped. So this one did not have a bowl vent. The thing is, for the bowl vent, it must work properly in order for the fuel to travel through your fuel bowls and your metering circuits correctly. If it does not, it's not going to run. Taking it a step further, thermoquads only came in 2 sizes, with exceptions. If you look closely at the gaskets, one is the 800 CFM, the other is the 850 CFM. The larger is 1.5 inches. 850 CFMs, if you rate them as a Holley, would equal about 750. If you take the 800 rated like a Holley, it's about 730, 735 CFM. Secondaries are all the same size, 2¼ inch. Exception to the rule, there are other carburetors with the electrical choke on the side. This nipple here is not machined, it's actually cast and plugged. Those carburetors are called the 98 series. 9800, 9801, 9810, 9811. Those were the aftermarket performance version. Those are all 800 CFM and calibrated for street performance. Now, a real curve to all these is the original Thermoquads. At the beginning I said this one was 1000 CFM and the one with the dual Venturis is 850. The difference is how they achieve that. With a single Venturi, it allows more air to pass through. Plus, the fuel bowl. If you look carefully at the fuel bowl, you see that ring? And on a 1000 CFM, that ring is not there, so the air just goes straight through. It's machined straight through. So for today, I think that's a pretty good start. I'm not sure what I'll do next, but I will do more.